Okay, are you ready to start again? Okay, no me consideren, estos arriba, los siete magníficos, the magnificent seven who are managing this program. Everybody, the sound technician, the light technician, the floor technician, the producer, the director, the mixer, they don't consider me a key person. No me considero una persona clave. They don't consider me a key person in this equation. Do you consider me a key person? Yeah? Okay, in that case, let's start. All right. Mis responsabilidades son las siguientes. My responsibilities are the following. Dos puntos. Dos puntos en inglés es colon. Punto y coma es semicolon, okay? Colon, como Colón descubrió América. Colon es dos puntos. Semicolon, okay? Is punto y coma. Okay, they don't, mis responsabilidades son las siguientes. Number one, my responsibilities are the following. Number one, number two, number three, okay? First, second, third. Pero también puedes decir number one, number two, number three. Okay, when you speak English, and it sounds very, very imperative and very assertive. It's very good. Estoy encargado del mantenimiento aquí. I'm in charge of maintenance. Tres palabras. In charge of. Soy responsable del mantenimiento. I'm in charge of maintenance. I'm in charge of maintenance. No se os ocurra, os mato, si decís, I am the responsible of. Soy el responsable de. Eso es una traducción literal del castellano. Soy el responsable del mantenimiento aquí. En inglés, I'm in charge of maintenance. Or I'm the maintenance manager in this company or in this department. I'm the maintenance manager. I'm in charge of maintenance. Pero no digas responsible, por favor. The verb responsible in English, responsible, escrito responsible, por cierto, no responsable. The word responsible in English is an adjective, and it's only an adjective. It's not a noun. Okay? Will you promise to remember this for the rest of your life? All my life, I hear Spanish people say, he is the responsible. No existe the responsible, el responsable. El responsable nunca es un sustantivo. Él es responsable para o por en inglés. He's responsible. Si queréis, si os gusta la palabra responsible y queréis usarlo, en vez de manager o in charge of, como dice aquí, y si queréis usar responsible, entonces usadlo como adjetivo. En vez de decir soy el responsable del mantenimiento, dice soy responsable por el mantenimiento. Así lo decimos en inglés. I'm responsible for maintenance. But probably you'll make the typical mistake and say I am the responsible of. Please don't make that mistake. Okay? It sounds very strange in English. I'm in charge of maintenance. In charge of. Son tres palabras pero suenan como una. In charge of. Cha. In charge of. I'm in charge of. I'm in charge of. I'm in charge of this class. I'm in charge of maintenance. Juan Luis is in charge of the floor. Marta's in charge of mixing. Julio's in charge of production. All right? Alberto's in charge of this. I'm in charge of that. Mr. Zapatero's in charge of the Spanish government. Mr. Obama's in charge of the American government. In charge of. Okay? In charge of. Yo dependo del jefe de producción. I report to the production manager. I'm in charge of maintenance. And I report to. No dependo de. Reporto a. En las relaciones jerárquicas de una organización, la palabra depend no viene a cuento, porque eso es una dependencia como hijo al padre. I don't depend on the production manager. I depend on the company to pay me. Yes, and I depend on the good relationships in the company. I depend on the successful operations of the company to secure my future and to give me job security. So I depend on the company, but I don't depend on the production manager. I report to him. Reporto a. Se dice cada vez más aquí. ¿A quién reportas? It's taken from English. Who do you report to? Who do you report to? I report to the production manager. Who do you report to? Me? I report to my wife. Okay? Yeah. Nos conocemos bien. We know each other well. I know him, he knows me, we know each other well. Nos conocemos desde hace años. Aquí estoy repitiendo, nos conocemos. El número 6, nos conocemos bien. We know each other well. Nos conocemos desde hace años. We've known each other for years. En esta segunda frase remonto al pasado, recojo un momento del pasado cuando comenzamos a conocernos y lo traigo al presente inclusive, vigente. Pero tengo por eso, al incorporar pasado con presente, el idioma inglés me obliga a usar lo que se llama el presente perfecto. The present perfect. George and I, Jorge y yo, George and I know each other. We know each other. Que conste. Estoy hablando en presente, simplemente para que conste un hecho, el hecho que nos conocemos. We know each other. Ahora, we have known each other for 6 years. Okay? We've known each other for 6 years. I teach English. Que conste. En español decís enseño inglés. ¿No te das cuenta? Enseño inglés. Enseño inglés desde hace muchos años. En español utilizáis enseño, el presente en ambos casos. Enseño inglés. Enseño inglés desde hace muchos años. I teach English. Que conste. I teach English. I have been teaching English for 35 years. I'm married, ¿no es? I'm married. I've been married for, I've forgotten, long time, 31 years. Okay. I come to this television studio every day. I come to this television studio every day. I've been coming to this television studio for about 3 months. Yeah. Every day. Yeah. I sleep 8 hours every night. And I've been sleeping 8 hours every night for many years. Mr. Obama is the President of the United States. Presente, tiempo presente. Que conste que lo es. Mr. Obama is the President of the United States. He has been the President of the United States for a certain amount of time. I'm not going to tell you how long because it gives away. If this program is sold to Mexican television, at least for the next 4 years, it's still valid. Napoleon was the emperor of France for about, as the emperor for maybe about 13 years, okay? I have been an English teacher for 35 years. Spencer Tracy was a famous actor for about 30 years, from 1936 to 1966 or 67 when he died. He was a famous actor for 30 years. Harrison Ford has been a famous actor for about 30 years, yeah. Frank Sinatra was a famous singer, a very famous singer for about 50 years, from about 1938 to 1988, yeah. He was a famous singer for about 50 years. Julio Iglesias has been a famous singer for 35 years or more, for almost 40 years, yeah. He became famous in the late 60s, okay. Winston Churchill was a famous British politician for about 50 years, yeah. From about 1905 to 1955. He died in 1965, I think. He was very old when he died, but he was no longer a politician. But from 1905 to 1955, more or less, he was a famous politician. Yes, he was a famous politician. And Mr. Obama has been a famous politician for a very short period of time. Ahora estoy comparando el pasado con el presente perfecto. Personas que han muerto, periodos de tiempo que ya tienen un principio y un fin, y periodos de tiempo abiertos todavía en vigor. La fama de Barack Obama sigue en vigor. La fama de Churchill, pues sigue famoso, pero su fama no es en vida. Okay? I lived in Oklahoma for 9 years. I have been living in Spain for 35 years. I worked in a warehouse, un almacén, for 1 year. I have been working in this studio for 3 months. Okay? I wear this watch every day. I've been wearing it every day for 6 or 7 years. It's my favorite watch. And now I'm putting it back on. I took it off. If you remember, I took it off in the last class. And now I'm putting it back on. Now it's on. Okay? And I'm wearing this watch. Can you see it? I'm wearing this watch now. I'm wearing my watch. Again, a few minutes ago it was on the table or on the book. Now I'm wearing it. I'm wearing it. Presente continuo. Lo estoy llevando puesto. ¿No lo ves? I'm wearing it. Y llevo un minuto con ello puesto. I have been wearing it for a minute. For about a minute. Okay? I'm giving a class. I'm giving an English class. ¿No ves que estoy dando una clase de inglés? I'm giving you an English class today. And I have been giving you this class for about 45 minutes, counting the previous segment. Okay? I'm using this big blue table. Can't you see? ¿No lo ves? ¿No lo ves? ¿No lo ves? En español decís, no la ves, en referencia a la mesa. ¿No la ves? En inglés, no la puedes ver. Can't you see it? I'm using this blue table. Can't you see it? Right now, I'm using this table, and I've been using this blue table for 2 or 3 months. Yeah, for a long time. I'm wearing a blue shirt today. I've been wearing this shirt since I started this program 45 minutes ago. Okay? I use this microphone in class, and I've been using this particular microphone for 3 months. I drink water from this cup. I've been drinking water from this cup since the beginning of the program. Since the beginning of the program. Y digo since, porque el programa todavía es abierto. Es abierto. No ha terminado el programa todavía, los días de programación. Si hubiera parado ayer, el último programa, no habría dicho since. En vez de decir, I have been using this cup since the beginning of the program, habría cambiado a I used, pasado simple, porque ya el programa ha terminado. I used this cup from the beginning to the end. Cuando los periodos de tiempo o duración tienen un principio y un fin, un paréntesis cerrado de tiempo, from to. Si el periodo al final está abierto, todavía en vigor, y puede que dure más, since, desde el principio. Example. I have been a teacher since 1972, porque sigo siendo profe. Okay? Si me hubiera muerto el año pasado, if I had died last year, you could say, Richard was a teacher from 1972 to 2008. Okay? Angela Merkel has been the Chancellor of Germany since 2006. Okay? Helmut Kohl was the Chancellor of Germany from 1987 to 1998. Okay? Barack Obama has been the President of the United States since January 2009. Estoy usando since. John Kennedy was the president from 1961, January 1961, to November 1963. A little more than 2.5 years. Okay? Fidel Castro has been, porque sigue, reinando, un poquito a través de su hermano. So, Fidel Castro has been the Cuban leader since January the 1st, basically 1959. A long time. Fulgencio Bautista was the dictator of Cuba from 1948, I don't really know, to 1959. Okay? So, from to, para periodos de tiempo en el pasado o en el futuro, pero tiene que un principio y un fin. Estaré aquí mañana desde las 5 hasta las 10. I'll be here tomorrow from to. Okay? Ahora, si en el futuro empiezo y es un tiempo abierto, que seguirá starting, I'll come here starting at 5 o'clock. When I finish, I don't know. All right, nos conocemos bien. We know each other well. Nos conocemos desde hace años. We have known each other for years. Estoy casado. I'm married. Estoy casado desde hace años. I've been married for years. Uso este micrófono. I use this microphone. Uso este micrófono desde hace mucho tiempo. I've been using this microphone for many years. Soy hombre. I'm a man. Soy hombre desde que nací. I've been a man since I was born. Since before I was born. Since I was conceived. Okay? I've been a man for 57 years. A long time, eh? All right. The next one. Siempre estamos discutiendo, tú y yo. We're always arguing. Do you have to be so argumentative? I don't like to argue. No me gusta discutir. Sobre todo contigo. I don't like to argue, especially with you. I hate arguing. Stop arguing, okay? Stop. Deja de discutir conmigo. ¿Quieres? Deja de discutir. Stop arguing. Stop putting the pen on the table. Stop using the microphone. Stop looking at me like that. No me mires así. Deja mirarme así. ¿Quieres? Stop looking at me like that. Will you? Se dice will you en inglés al final. Lo mismo que cuando decís aquí, ¿quieres? Deja de beber de mi taza. ¿Quieres? Stop drinking from my cup. Will you? Stop looking at me like I'm an animal in the zoo, okay? Stop looking. Stop smoking. ¿Quieres dejar de fumar tanto? Stop smoking. Siempre gerundio. Por favor, no digáis stop to smoke or stop to look. Eso es totalmente distinto. Si quiero que te pares para fumar un pitillo, te diré stop to smoke. Para fumar. Ahora, si quiero que dejes de fumar, digo stop smoking. Stop looking at me in such a strange way. Stop giving me so many problems. Stop bothering me. ¿Quieres? Stop arguing. I don't like to argue with you. Especially, sobre todo contigo. Especially. Existe la expresión above all. Para sobre todo, pero es una expresión un pelín rebuscada. Decimos siempre especially. Y no me gusta discutir, sobre todo con gente como tú. I don't like to argue, especially with people like you. You're always arguing about silly things, in my opinion, whether to use that microphone, that camera, or to use this camera, or to use that camera. Look, I'll use the camera I feel like using. Lo que me dé la gana. And sometimes I don't feel like using that camera. Sometimes I feel like using this camera. Other times I feel like using that camera. It's up to me. And don't argue with me. Argue. Fijaos en la pronunciación para discutir. To discuss en inglés también significa, el diccionario dice discutir, pero discuss es charlar o conversar sobre un tema que hay sobre el tapete. No implica acalorarse. To argue implica acalorarse. Acaloradamente. I don't agree with you. I am tired of hearing those complaints. The next time I hear you complain, you can simply leave the class. I will invite you to go out. And I will say, would you mind closing the door from the other side? Okay? And I'll invite you to leave the class. But I don't want any arguments in class. I'm in charge here. I'm in charge. I'm in charge of this class. I'm the expert here. You're not. So I don't accept any criticism. Especially, sobre todo, otra vez, especially, dado que especially given that this class is free. And you don't look a gift horse in the mouth, right? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. So no criticism, no arguments, all right? Mi amigo Pepe, él no sabe delegar. He doesn't know how to delegate. If you work in an organization, if you work in a job that requires management of people and processes and objectives, you had better, más vale que aprendas, mi amigo, you had better learn how to delegate if you want to enjoy a certain degree of quality of life. Some managers don't know how to delegate. Some managers, I'm convinced, don't want to delegate. They feel powerful. Yes, because everybody needs to ask every little detail. And I've seen this often. I teach English to business people. I have seen them doing this. I remember many times, a manager with me in English class, especially in residential programs outside of Madrid in the country, and every 20 minutes, a message or a telephone call from the secretary or from another subordinate asking little questions all the time for the entire week or 2 weeks, just constant. And this is not a good manager. Okay, this is not a good manager. A manager empowers his people. Se dice empower, que no es los apodera, pero se entiende, le da poderes. Les delega funciones, and he motivates them and teaches them how to do it themselves. And that frees the manager to think strategically and not operationally. A manager's job is to think strategically and tactically, but not operationally. The manager needs to get people to create a staff of people who can operate. And the manager's job is to manage and to think and to look at the future, to select the right future, and to create greater efficiencies in the operations through establishing new processes and new ideas, testing them, implementing them, training the people in them, and motivating the people to learn them quickly and to use them well. But not to listen to every 20 minutes a message or a telephone call. To delegate. Él no sabe delegar. He doesn't know how to delegate. I don't know how to delegate. I don't know how to repair a microphone. I don't know how to manufacture a ceramic cup. I don't know how to teach English without my books. I don't know how to teach English without my magic pen. Okay? I don't know how to swim like an Olympic swimmer. I don't know how to play golf like Tiger Woods. I can play golf well, but I don't know how to play golf like Tiger Woods. I don't know how to play bridge. I don't know how to play moose. I don't know how to play brisca. I don't know how to play tute. I don't know how to play certain kinds of poker. I don't know how to play blackjack well. Okay? I don't know how to. I don't know how to. I don't know how to convince you to study more. I don't know how to find ways to make you improve your English. Okay. No hagas tanto ruido, por favor. Don't make. Con ruido es make, el verbo. Don't make so much noise. Do you mind? You're a natural focus of noise. You're always making noise. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. But every time you come into the room, jing, jing, bam, bam, everything, you produce noise. You're a focus of noise. No hagas tanto ruido. Don't make so much noise. Come on. Try to be a little more discreet. Try to be a little more calm and quiet. Okay? Try not to make so much noise. I understand. You come in, you're wearing, Margarita's wearing bracelets, big rings, and several pendants around her neck, and it's making constant noise. Every time she puts her hand down, it makes noise. So stop making so much noise and start studying English more. Because if you don't study, you won't learn. It's very simple. The equation is very easy, easier than basic algebra. If you don't study, you don't learn. And so study, all right? Do it for me. Hazlo por mí. Anda, porfa. Do it for me. Okay? Help me. Sé mi cómplice en esto. Be my accomplice in solving the problem of the English language. You and me together. Okay? See you tomorrow. Take care.